Bro, what's wrong with this ninja, bro? Nah, like actually, this I'm telling you, there's got to be something like up here, like that's got to be wrong with him, like in his head. I had to come back just to see what's going on here. A lot of stuff happened when I was going. I ain't going front, but I know about it obviously, and I seen it. But yeah. If y'all don't know, basically Prime, um, ended up crashing out whatever on this dude's stream, and bro, dude might actually be an alcoholic or something, or he might be have some type of underlying medical or underlying mental condition. You know, our mental health is very important, so the people that need help, they definitely need to get it, and he might be one of those people because this isn't the first time that he's done something like this, and it probably won't be the last time he'll do something like this. So, but I'm just here to react to the apology. I already saw like the stuff he did. Basically, he was just like, I don't even know. I really think he was drunk, but to be honest, maybe he wasn't drunk. But all I know is like he was just like wanting to fight everybody he saw, basically, and then like, you know what I'm saying, and then also like, bro, he might be in the closet or something. That's what this dude suggested because he was trying to get at a you know, a trend. I ain't gonna say that word, but he was trying to get at a transformer basically. So, yeah. So I don't know, to be honest, but he was just going crazy, just walking, wanting to fight everybody. And yeah, that ain't the first time he's done something like this. So we'll see what the apology
Now,
is.
some of you guys will know that I recently covered one of the biggest crash outs in history, and the person who gave us this crash out is none other than Izzy Prime, somebody who's simply famous for being Adam Ross's friend. Now, this crash out consisted of threatening to knock out a female.
You look good. Stop me if you want to. I'm gonna knock your out.
It consisted of bumping into white people intentionally instead of black people to be racist.
Bro, he showed his true racism in this stream. Like, he just did not fluff with white people on the stream, bro. Like, he showed his true racism right there.
Was those white people.
All black people get respect for me. Fuck these white people. Did you ask her to keep it? I'm outside, just to let you know. These dogs.
He's just making the black community look bad, bro.
Come outside, come on. I'm not moved for no white people. I'm not moved for
It's a
no white
horrible
people.
representation of the black community.
And it also consisted of assaulting a female with his shoulder when she tried to get a man for assistance.
Yeah, this was crazy.
Okay, I'll call somebody. Go give me my phone.
Do I knock your ass off?
Yo, bro, what's wrong with this ninja, bro? Nah, like actually, I'm telling you, there's got to be something like up here, like that's got to be wrong with him, like in his head. Something's got to be off because unless he's like super drunk, something got to be super off. All these cameras here, dude. Like even let's say even if you was like low key like a woman beater, all these cameras on you, you got a career going. You wouldn't like do it in front of the cameras, right? Like even if you was. So like the fact he did it in the front of the cameras, like it shows that he just don't care about his life as well.
Now, a lot of people had basically similar reactions to the crash.
He's just giving people great content. To be honest,
he was
that's why I came back on this
racist,
on this tree.
They basically don't think
on this joint just to
there's
react
no
to
place
this.
for that on
Some good
any
content.
platform, let alone Kick. He basically blamed
I'm keeping it a
on
buck.
depression and the things he was going through in life, basically alcohol consumption, and that's essentially all he had to say. Now, Prime
Yeah, bro, let
hasn't
me an
gone
alcoholic. He's
away
cooked.
and just decided, you know what, I'm gonna duck off. I'm gonna stay away from the BS. Prime has actually decided to respond to the backlash he's been facing in defense of himself. He says he needs to defend himself, so we're gonna be covering that. Now, real quick before we get into that, Prime did receive quite a lot of hate, and a lot of the hate was racist, especially on Twitter. For those who don't know, Twitter is a crazy platform from what it used to be like quite a couple years back.
Yo, the type of stuff they have on Twitter nowadays is insane. Like, it's basically like corn on Twitter at this point. Like, really, it's corn on Twitter. It's corn on Twitter. So if they have corn on Twitter, then they have everything on Twitter. They have everything on Twitter. If you're allowed to show your ass getting fluff, then anything is allowed. Anything is allowed. So Twitter is basically another Twitter turned to the dark web. I don't fluff with Twitter at all.
Because now it's
I never fluffed with Twitter, but now I really don't fluff with it.
Owns the app, so he's basically all for free speech. So there's a lot of racism.
Nah, it ain't just free speech, bro. It's free actions.
And Prime did receive a lot of racist backlash. Now we're gonna initially cover some of the backlash he received for his actions right here on Twitter. Now to start things off, we have John Zerka in his comment section basically responding to him, saying he's depressed and his alcohol consumption is the reason he was crashing out. John Zerka replied to that and said, "Quit whining like a bitch." Now you know you're going down the wrong path in life when John Zerka is the voice of reason. Basically, he's basically the one who has some common sense. Quit whining like a bitch. You're whining like a bitch. And if anything, John Zerka will know when someone is whining like a bitch because he's whined like a bitch.
What the? Hold on. Is this? No, bro. Yo, I think, bro, I can't understand how people think sometimes. Like how certain people think. I just can't see their perspective. Bro, these are grown men, right? They gotta be like 25 plus. This is something that, high schoolers do, maybe college freshmen, but not even college freshmen don't do this. College people don't do this. College kids don't do this. This is like high school and below. Bro, these are probably like 25 plus men. Grown ass men. I just don't understand how like certain people's minds like work. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a situation I would never, ever, ever, ever be in. I'll never even allow myself to be like in the same league as this situation, because I'm too smart enough to know what I have to lose. Like, I know what's at risk if I ever in this situation. You know what I'm saying? You can, I don't know if they got arrested or whatever, and that's probably what's wrong with this situation, is that nobody has them take accountability. So I don't even know, bro. It's sad.
He's basically been cancelled on the internet for bitching and all the fucked up shit he was doing, crashing out.
Yo, that might have been staged the way they just walked off.
You're whining, get your shit together, basically. You know you have a problem. So that was John Zerka, and then here comes the more racist comments. I'm gonna be careful with these just in case, because of YouTube guidelines. You know how that goes. So we have Matt Wallace 888. I am working on contacting the victims from your video to help them press charges on you. Now this wasn't racist. This is just someone who saw injustice and he said he's gonna help contact the victim. Now when I saw this is crazy. Like, he said he's going to contact, I don't know how he's gonna get in contact with him, but he said he's gonna get in contact with him because there was a lot of random people, random pedestrians who he was basically being racially abusive towards. So we've got someone here who said they're gonna contact the victims to help them press charges, and then right after that, typical racist, you need to go back to Africa. Now before we continue,
what? Yo, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. And his Twitter account ain't gonna get banned.
Reading the rest of the hate he got, Prime, he doesn't really deserve sympathy. He was being an arsehole intentionally, and people who hide behind alcohol, it's kind of cowardly if you ask me. But obviously, two wrongs don't make a right. So obviously the racism in these comments is not right whatsoever. But I'm sure Prime will be okay. And then next we have, if you are tired of being around crackers, go back to Africa, you degenerate POS, basically. Jeez. So obviously we have another racist right there, and that's Tony Groip. So yeah, like I said, racism can basically run rampant on Twitter, and this
So
is
this is basically all the responses from what he did
You know, right is right.
during that stream.
When this
That's what I'm
crime
saying,
situation happened,
you gotta be really like, just something's gotta be wrong with you, like, or you're just not thinking to do all of that on camera. So everywhere he goes now, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna get hit with some racism. You know what I'm saying? And he can't be mad at it because you punch first. You know what I'm saying? You used the racism gloves. You threw the racism gloves on, and you threw the first jab. So now they just retaliating. So
obviously I made a comment saying he's basically acting like a coon. He's affirming the stereotypes, which he basically is. He's affirming a lot of the stereotypes. By the end of the day, we should be focusing on his actions, not his skin color. His actions were wrong. His skin color wasn't wrong. So the racism obviously in these comments ain't right, but I just want to show you guys a bit of the hate he was getting. Then he said, and then someone else called Groip RJ. I guess these people are part of some group because he has Groip in his name as well. And then he said white people that support this black are cooks. Then low IQ scumbag. And then someone basically said you forgot to apologize for being.
Does he not stream on Twitch or?
You know, an animal, and I'm pretty sure you can guess what animal that is. And then his profile is Nate Higgers.
Nate Higgers, bro. Yo, that's gotta be the most creative way to like be racist without actually being racist. Like, that's gotta be the most creative way to be racist, but still being able to give yourself an out if someone does like confront you on being racist. It's like, nah, it's just Nate Higgers. Like, bro, like, we not stupid, bro.
So if you basically switch his first letter of his last name with the first letter of his first name, you can spell out what that says. So yeah, this is Twitter though, so you know these people are lames. You know, they just sat in their mom's basement in these racist groups just hating, you know, not hating, I won't say hating. Well, no, it's hating. It's definitely hating. I was gonna say it's not hating because Prime did some bullshit, but when you're talking about his race, that's hating. That has nothing to do with his actions. We should be talking about his actions. And his actions are basically despicable. You know, he was going around basically making a lot of women feel uncomfortable and just being an arsehole. So now
racism will never ever go away, ever. You know what I'm saying? People will try and hide it deep down, they will hide it. Yo, I'm telling you, behind cameras, yo, like, white people are saying the hard R. Behind closed doors, black people are saying the C word. They letting it fly. Trust me, they letting it fly. I'm telling you. Don't ever think racism will ever go away. It will never, ever, ever go away. The only way I can see racism going away is if aliens exist. Because if aliens exist, we have another group to hate. It's because they're gonna look more different than us. So it's like, oh man, they look more different than you look different from me. So let's just group up together and let's hate on them. Let's call them a whole bunch of slurs.
Let's actually get into what Prime actually has to say. So first thing first, he had this to say on his IG story.
She say, answer me, girl. Do you ever dream of tattoo tomorrow, chat?
What was that? No, seriously, like, his face is literally my face when I saw that. Like, what was that?
And you could tell with what he had to say on his IG story, he basically just doesn't want to acknowledge the situation. Like, he's just acting like nothing happened. He basically moving on like nothing happened. Like, yeah, guys, you know, about to get this new tattoo. Like, nothing happened whatsoever. So that's it. You just back to normal, back to life. You know, we just crashed out, but yeah, back to normal, back to getting a new tattoo. So this doesn't really seem like someone who's taking too much accountability. He did a little apology, but it seems to me he's gonna go back to the bullshit. You know, he doesn't seem like he's taking too much accountability. But then he actually responded to some of these Twitter comments,
Oh
and this is
man, he's
what
about to
he
get
actually had
toxic
to say for
in that thread.
himself.
That thread is about to get real toxic.
Essentially, somebody said, he said, "Ooh, you would like that, huh?"
Told
And then
you.
when I went to click on the actual tweet of where he said that, the tweet was deleted because he basically replied to something. So the original tweet was deleted. So I'm guessing once again it was probably some racist stuff. But yeah, he basically has some response here. And then someone said, who's basically under the account called Adam Recap, probably not Adam Ross, he said, "Corny ass response, own up to your mistakes." And then Prime said, "I did, you retard motherfuckers, don't believe me. If it was a reaction to motherfuckers being racist, to me calling me ER, but now that I do some back, I'm the bad guy." So basically,
Conveniently, that was
he's
never on the
saying
stream.
that because they're being racist, he's saying something back, but now he's a bad guy. Really and truly, he doesn't even need to be on Twitter. You need to be going to do some therapy, some cleansing, get
Nah, he
made.
needs to go to an AA meeting. That's what he needs to. I think bro's an alcoholic. Nah, he needs to go to an AA meeting, get right, and then he might need to go to therapy. He might need to get diagnosed. He might need to actually run some tests or go run some tests or whatever they do to diagnose people with mental health issues. He needs to go there and see what's going on, because it's the first time he did this, and
I don't know.
this
He
is
needs
confirmed. Like, this is not gonna be the last time he does this.
something, but he doesn't even need to be on Twitter arguing back and forth. You need to look at why is everyone saying
Yo, it's
this.
always
Not
the
necessarily-
kick ninjas that just end up getting like, that just end up looking stupid. It's like, I feel like right now, like with the internet, I feel like the world is like school right now still. So it's like you got like certain groups, right? Like let's say like Twitch, right? You got the most popular kids like AMP, Kai and them, and then you got Kick, who are like just the clowns, like people that just laugh at, and they don't laugh with you. Like, you can be an entertainer like Drewski, people are laughing with you. But then you got people like Neon, Prime, and Jack Doherty or something, like people are laughing at you, bro. So that is just funny though, cause it's entertaining. It's something to laugh at. You need class clowns. I ain't gonna lie. You need people to laugh at to make this world like actually funny. You know what I'm saying? To make it funny, you need people to laugh at, and they're fulfilling their role. This is
saying that is justified, because racism is never justified. But maybe look at why this is all happening to you. It stems from you. So now he basically said that, and then that's essentially what he had to say. He basically commented to the first person and the second person, and then when basically I think he started maybe realizing like, okay, yeah, let me get off this app. I'm not gonna defeat all these racist people. So that's essentially what he had to say to the hate and the backlash, and basically the white people who are mad at his initial video. Now, me personally, going forward, I don't think Prime is going to change. I don't think that.
Yeah, me
maybe
neither.
If he gets away from a bit of the limelight, get away from the clout demons in that YouTube environment, the neons, the add-ins, just clout demons.
He said
If he gets
add-ins.
away from the clout demons, then okay, maybe he has chance to change. But it's very hard to change when you got all that light and stuff in your head and all the the fame and all that stuff. Not saying he's a super famous
and all
guy,
the
but he
Johns
has
ready
some
to
sort of
just get
clout,
on their knees for
even
you
by
at
the people
any
he's
time. Like
associated
that
with. So
boosts
you
your
kinda need to
ego.
lay back away from that, and then maybe the improvement can start to take place. But guys, let me know what you think about this overall situation. A lot of you guys had opinions in my first video, and I wonder what you guys think about all the backlash he's been receiving. Like I said, the racism isn't justified, but at the end of the day, Prime, you have to sit down and look at why am I getting all these racist comments, and where did it all stem from, and then you can do the
I feel like if he has to ask that question, then he's dumb. Dude, like, you literally were in a public place with cameras on you. I don't know if it was a casino or whatever, and you was just like saying the most racist stuff about white people. Like, so of course all the white people are gonna hop on Twitter and come for you with everything they have. It's called retaliation. Like, don't sit up here and start wondering, oh man, like, why are they being racist to me? Like, come on, bro. Like, if you punch someone first, expect a punch back. Don't just punch them and then when they punch back, be like, oh, why did you punch me? That's dumb. So the fact that he's over here wondering, if anything, he should be like, okay, they're being racist. Like, I would expect them to be racist back or something, or I don't know, keep being toxic or something. Not to sit here and start, you know, whining like a little treesh, bro, like a wuss. Like, oh, why they being racist? Like, bro, you struck first. You put the racist gloves on. You put the boxing gloves on. Stepped in a ring with innocent people and threw hella jabs. And then when they retaliate, you crying like a little wuss. Like, bro, I don't understand that. So